we'll go ahead and do the intro and all that. Let's see. See if this all works out. See if it actually goes live. We appear to be live right now. Let's see if if it actually starts streaming properly.
For real.
Let's say the video is live now. Whatever that means. I guess we can watch it live. Should I be doing that? You think?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Let me go ahead and turn the audio on. Look at that! Wow! 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 And we got one. Of course, it's Dave. What's up, buddy? How are
No.
you? Yep. Fantastic. No, we don't have quite the technological advancements that from the barracks had. We're not big on YouTube or any of that just yet. Nope. Actually, this is
Nope.
our first time. Where Steve, Tom, Mr. Tats himself. Thank you very much. Oh, look at this! I am absolutely. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you. I promise to make you laugh. But not kill you this time. I absolutely promise. I've already lost my co-host, so we're doing wonderful. Um, Steve, is going to be a great time. I'm so excited. I wish there were more of us going. Uh, uh, Eric, website. I wish he was able to go to this one with us too, so we could experience it. Um, things are going great. Much love for you. I'm glad you're able to make it to this one. I don't know how fast moving you're being, but that's okay. We can walk slow and carry a big stick. I'm good with that. I lost my co-host completely. This is fantastic. Uh, oh, look, he decided to come back.
I didn't mean to
Oh,
do that.
yeah, we can't. It can't be starting like this. Well, let's see. I guess we should at the very least kick it off. Yeah.
Yes.
Some people might as
Gonna.
well do what we got to do.
Yes.
So sit tight, and here's our brand new intro. Thank you very much to Sin Williams, Mr. Virtue himself, Crucible Airsoft. He put this together for us, and I can't thank him enough. But I will do the best I can. I love it. Every time I see it, I love it. Thank you, Dave, for the congratulations. Welcome to the end of Airsoft. Um,
Yes.
you know that this just so everybody knows, no, this is not the actual end of Airsoft. Dead and Outfitters play on words. The end of Airsoft. Really, all we're trying to do is trying to get something that's clean and concise. Bring to you guys what we think is important and what you guys think is important. We're going to do as much Q&A as we possibly can. Take any questions you have now, put them together for the next time. We're really only looking to do this, bi-monthly, bi-weekly, bi-monthly, bi-weekly,
Bi-weekly. Bi-weekly.
bi-weekly. That's it. We're gonna try to do it like every other week. Try to keep it down to under an hour or an hour at the most. Um, yeah, no, guys, Sin did a phenomenal job. He may be joining us here in a little bit if he gets the chance to. The intro was great. I asked him for a simple favor, and he threw that together. So not so simple. Um, thank you. I appreciate that. Not just me. I'm not here alone. I do have the support from Tucon himself, my number
Hello.
two. I don't know where I'd be without him. Probably in a better place. Um, and
Healthy. You'd be eating more
yeah,
vegetables. Yeah.
I mostly would not. I'd be taller. Let's do that. But yeah, we definitely have a couple things to discuss. This
Yes, we
weekend
do.
coming up, we're crazy excited. Thank you, Steve. You know what? As a matter of fact, before we do that, I didn't want to talk about that. Thank you for saying that, Steve. You know, the success that we've had with Dead and Outfitters really has absolutely everything to do with the community. Um, it was on the previous stream. It was on from the barracks when just do some teasing and some joking around that we should have opened up a store. It was through some terrible events that we lost the previous field, and through all that, the community responded and hung in there with us. We're still in the permanently temporary field and steadily growing. Every game day it's a few more. Last game day we had 100 players, and quite literally, uh, at least I think we did a count of 12 new players that day who had never played airsoft at all before, and over 20 players who never played at our field before. These guys just keep on coming out, and it's fantastic. And I can't say thank you enough. We went ahead and opened up the shop because we were. I was told, "Hey, you need to open a store," and I figured, whatever, might as well, let's give it a shot. And you guys treated us so well that within, well, actually, it was within 9 months, wasn't even a full year. We had to move to a new location so that we could have a bigger retail area. The entire upstairs, which thank you to John Logan, was built out to be my entire workshop. We have a back area for overflow, and another, and an even further back for storage. We needed all of that. We didn't have enough space in the old place now, so now we have all that, and we're doing everything we can to bring all the new stuff to you guys. All the stuff that other people don't carry, we're trying to carry all of that. We're listening to everything everybody's saying, what you're asking for. If it's bad, you find it's bad. We find out why. We don't carry it. If it's bad, if you think it's bad, we find out why, and it's actually good. We try to fix it for you. Uh, that's really what we're here for. We're here for you guys, and that's what we're wanting to do. And again, could not have done any of this without you guys. Absolutely. I do not need to shave. Carrie says she kind of likes it, so I'm keeping it for as long as she likes it. But thank you, Sebastian. I love you.
I said that too. I said before we did the stream, you look haggard, sir.
He called me haggard, by the
Yeah, I
way.
did.
He's just mad that it took me a week and a half to grow this, and he's been growing his for 17 years. So uh,
Oh,
um, it's so uh, you know I listen to myself sometimes. I'm back on these streams, and I talk like a fool about what this sport means and all that. Bottom line, you look from the outside, and it's a bunch of grown and not so grown men and women playing with toy guns and plastic BBs, man. But truthfully, the community itself, the people that are in it, the bond that you have, starting with this, and then you grow through other things. That's that's what it's about. That's what it's about for me. That's why I grew in it, from thinking it was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen to truly embracing it the way I have. My son, who is now in the army, who still plays, even though he doesn't real life, uh, it I don't know that he and I would have been as close as we have been without it. So I do everything I can to give back. Mr.
and I would
Chesley,
have never met you.
um, no, there's so many people
Yeah.
that I never would have met. Obviously, everybody that's on the stream right now that's chiming in, never would have met.
No?
Close family, extended family, people that I feel close to that I see maybe once a year, um, and only see at events. To me, it's still an amazing thing. Um, and I'll probably open each one of these streams with this, telling you guys how much I love you. There he is, Rattler's Rage. How you
Oh.
doing, Orlando? Um,
Hey, Orlando, my man.
crying you up.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on. Really, do me a favor, share this out. This is not gonna be the same format necessarily as the previous. We're not gonna do a lot of video share. We're not gonna do a lot of that kind of stuff. A lot of it is gonna be as much Q&A as we can do for you guys. It's getting you up to date with events coming up, letting you know what is. We're doing a lot of local stuff, a lot of Southwest Florida stuff, a lot of DEO stuff, because it is a DEO stream. Obviously, it is the end of Airsoft. Um, and um, by the way, I got to buy Steve Thompson dinner this weekend because I almost killed him when he was in the hospital. So I owe him that at least. Um,
And with
I
this
didn't do it on
less,
purpose.
I think you did. And with this live stream, it's less structured, but we will have some very, very fun top secret topics. Like, for example, for this stream, we really wrote up something good, folks. So,
Look at those amazing graphics, the detail, the attention to detail that we
we
have.
actually have some.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
I,
we're
I get
we're
it for my
we're heavy
boss.
hitters. We're heavy hitters in the digital scene. You can see that. No, I was so glad that Steve, to see you, and it was wonderful. I am sorry. I truly was. I felt bad. I made you cough, but I'm glad you're better now. I'm glad you're back to as close to 100%. We almost had, I got I pops from Mike Chesley from my team, who was in the same position as you, just as bad, maybe worse. It was a very scary time for a lot of us, and I'm glad that everybody's feeling better, doing better, and we're out there playing and getting with each other again. So absolutely. We keep talking about this weekend, and this, my friends, is what is known as a segue. This weekend, we will be heading up, and a lot of us from around the country actually heading up to Crescent, Pennsylvania, going to Operation Big House 2, the Syndicate, which is takes place at the Haunted Prison in Crescent, Pennsylvania. It's put on by Central Penn Milsim, sponsored by ourselves, many others, obviously Players Wanted, um, A.T.E, Airsoft. I think Third Coast has some sponsorship in there. I can't name all the sponsors. I don't know all of them. My apologies. It's going to be a great event. This is the sponsored. Sunshine Band is actually
I
sponsoring.
wrote it.
Yeah,
I wrote
I was
it.
getting ready to say that, and the writer of the event himself, sitting right next to me, uh, Toucan himself, Mr. Christian Harris. He can tell you everything you want to know about the event. This one coming up is going to be fantastic. It's going to be even better because I bullied my way into it as a completely new faction,
Yes,
and
yes, you did.
I'm bringing a dozen guys with me to add a little bit of flavor. Miss Watson, look at that.
Glory.
Miss Lori Watson herself. Thank you so much. You got to come see the new store. We're so happy here. Wish you were able to make it up to Pennsylvania. I'm not vending up there this time, so I won't be able to bring any of your stuff. But if you guys are looking for any of that, come on down to the shop.
Wait, is
Um,
that the Lori Watson of Lori
that is
Watson
the
Creations?
Lori Watson. That is absolutely the
Ah,
Lori Watson from Lori Watson Creations, and you can find her stuff at LoriWatsonCreations.com. And you can go on there. You can check out some of her products. She actually is selling. She has wonderful tourniquets. She can customize them for you. She's got slings and a variety of apparel. So go on to LoriWattsCreations.com and pick that up.
the
Uh,
slings are very nice, by the
I
way.
pass. I'm going to pass over to you about this weekend just to give people an idea. I'm pretty sure tickets are completely sold out. I don't think there's any walk-ons. Um, but just to
Buddy,
give
it's
everyone
been
an
sold
idea
out
of
for like
what we're going to be doing.
2 months.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, Operation Big House 2, the Syndicate. I wrote it, and I will be the head admin, keeping things continuous and fluid. Uh, DEA versus cartel, Witherson County cartel versus the Gringola, Witherson County DEA office versus the Gringola cartel, with 3 TFRs operating in the area. Dark Horse 6, shout out to them. They will be one of the TFRs. The dearest sir in my life, Mr. Gregory C. Pablo himself, will be operating the Bounty Hunter TFR. Very fun. The negotiable TFR. And
Yes.
then Echo 4 is going to be, at this very moment, the 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 scrappers and druggies that are going to be clawing around, looking actually for objectives on the field for themselves to deny simply with their grubby gremlin hands. It's going to be a great event. The AO is absolutely top tier. There's 1930s infrastructure smashed with architecture from the 70s, and then smushed on top of that is early 2000s government installations on top of a hill, on top of Haunted Hill, don't you know? Uh, a very scarily haunted place. The wind blows in too many scary dark corners of that place. But the AO with tunnels, multi-story buildings, almost all completely accessible, and cell blocks, large cell blocks with horrendous situations of one ways in and out, bottlenecking. The AO is going to present some really fun uh, firefights, I would say, especially for the fact that from the first one, I think there were 3 major firefights in 3 separate areas, and the 3 separate firefights didn't know the other one was going on. Truly, the geography of the location just sells the event. It really does. Please come check it out. And if you can't make it to this one, again, the tickets have been sold out for like 2 or 3 months. Really consider going to the next one. We're actually, brief segue, and then I'll hand it back to you, sir. Uh, been given the green light, completely written out. Only one facet of the gameplay mechanics left to finalize. A post-apocalyptic Fallout roleplay has been stamped greenlit with a date called Geigerlands. It is in the same AO I just gave high praise to, but with a Fallout-themed post-apocalyptic event theme to it. It's going to be just swell. I'm actually running one of the dedicated towns with some merchants. There's going to be things like role play, karma balancing, reputations to dance around, resources to gather. We're going to have at the end of each day events called rad storms, where if you're left outside, you are immediately killed by the staff, and you must work with other survivors and wastelanders to gather resources to prepare bunkers to survive these said rad storms. It's really going to be something else. I'm very excited, and go check that out on the Central Penn Milsim page. They've talked about it. They've streamed about it. And I think there's actually, yes, there is the Geigerlands community Facebook page. Go check that out. If you want more details and to stay up to date, it's going to be great. And with that, after singing high praises and slightly ranting, to you, sir.
Thank you very much. No, absolutely. This weekend, I can't say. I wish we had started this stream a couple weeks ago. We could have told more of you to come out and come join us. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited to play. Honestly, I'm excited to play to see a bunch of people out there. Andrew Brainerd, we are no longer worried now that you are here. Thank you very much. And we are excited to see you this weekend as well. Every 7-foot bit of you. He's 8.5. I don't know. He's a monster. Whatever he is, he's something like that.
The
And
boy's Gaston. He eats a half a dozen eggs just to get up.
he so really excited to get out there. I'm excited to play with everybody. There were a lot of people that were out there that wanted to that asked me to come out and play, and it felt great. So I decided to come out and play. I'm not going to be vending. So
Thank God.
yeah, I'm out there just to play. So that's going to happen. Geigerlands, obviously, you talked about it. It's the same. It's in the same location. And guys, it's the end of August, so make sure you keep your eyes out for that one. But that is not the next event coming up. The
It
very
is
next
not.
event that is near and dear to our hearts. You're causing me to stretch. The the next event that's so near and dear to our hearts is being put on by A.T.E, Apocalyptic Tactical Events. They are putting on Operation Dominance, and I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat here both it's the link to not just to their wrong one, sorry, just not just to the Facebook event, but also to where you can buy tickets. It has just come to all of our attention that not that they have not been reaching everybody, which is unfortunate. They thought that the Facebook posts and live streams and all that had been getting out to everybody, and unfortunately, it has not. Guys, you got to understand something. This is happening at the Griffin Group in North Carolina. This AO, if nothing else, if this was just being run by a bunch of nobodies, just showing up to the AO would be phenomenal. That's all well and good. To talk about what's there, 100, I believe it was 146 acres. Everything from they've talked enough about the 737. That's cool. Honest to God, being able to storm a 737, take possession of it, defend it, things like that's actually a really cool scenario. I'm really looking forward to something like that. That is as big as a 737 is. That is a small piece of this entire event, though. Although that's been a big push. It really is a small piece of the entire event. There's an African village that's been mocked up. That's completely playable. There's everything from wooded areas to urban areas, everything in between. And again, if it was just the AO, I would still say come out. It's a fantastic place. It's been utilized one other time for airsoft, and it's been, from my understanding, it was utilized in a completely different fashion because the previous event promoter runs a different type of event. It really depends on what you're looking for to get out of each one of those events. We play for all different people. There, everyone from Milsim West to Third Coast Airsoft to A.T.E to myself. We all run different style of events. I can tell you right now, knowing what I know, personally knowing all the guys from A.T.E Airsoft, A.T.E events, uh, Bulldog, Rob White himself, Rob Weiner, Ron Weber, the entire staff. You know, the majority of these guys, not even talking about combined. You know, you're looking at 30 years worth of airsoft experience just from one of them. I think Bulldog it was there when airsoft BBs were still square. So
Bulldog was
um,
in Japan when Tokyo Marui decided that they're going to make a next level training simulation weapon, and he said, "No, you're dumb. This is why it's going to be for fun." And then they did it. All right, that's what Bulldog did for this community.
they ATE puts on an event, and I hate referring to previous things, but if any of you have been to any of the Doomsday events, if any of you went to Operation Overwatches, if any of you went Operation Homelands, if you ever attended any of those, you know the quality, you know the capabilities, you know all that.
Let's go farther
This
back on that.
is
If you went
yeah,
to Operation Nuclear Assault, you'll understand that what Wiener and Bulldog, Rob Wiener and Rob White can do with almost nothing to provide an amazing interactive player experience out at Route 7 with Nuclear Assault 1 and 2. They can have resource wise zero and give you literally gold. So the fact that they have this AO is exciting. Just knowing it's in their hands, really.
yeah, they're everything from the objectives and the fragos. You know, the player base, they're following along. You know, like Steve said, you know, Dark Horse 6 is going to be there in force. Uh, there's people coming from all over the country going to this thing. Again, this is another one of those events. It's not the same kind of event where we're going this weekend. It's not that type of force on force. This is more of a military milsim type event. Um, the background behind it is different. It's not the same storyline. This event here, this event here being put on by these guys is truly the utilization that they're going to have of the AL. Please, guys, if you can't make it, uh, what's the reason why? Maybe you can get help to get there. Uh, Brainerd, I see that you're saying that you can't make it. Let me know why. Maybe there's something we can all do. If you can make it, you got to go. If you know someone who can make it but they don't know about it, let them know about it. That's the important thing here that we got to spread the word about it. For whatever the reason, it wasn't getting out there with people that didn't even know it was happening. Um, these things, it's unfortunate. Sometimes good business people, sometimes people that have a great product have a hard time getting it out. Have a hard time with promotion, things like that. I'm not great at it. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. We had all sorts of technical difficulty before we even began. I got like 8 followers right now. Woohoo! I don't care. I'm having a good time, but I want to try to help out everybody that I possibly can. Everybody that's trying to. And let me tell you something. I want to help you guys out. Have a great experience. Get on out to Operation Dominance by A.T.E Airsoft. It's May 21st, the weekend of May 21st. Um, and it's $155 for the ticket. It's a 2-day event, and I got to tell you, it's worth every single penny.
Oh my
Um,
God. If you just go for the JTF event, it's going to blow your freaking mind. Alex Fallon and Echo 4 have something incredible planned.
yeah,
JTF wise, you're literally, I don't even want to say anything.
yeah,
Right?
guys,
You know about it, right?
if you haven't done a JTF, if you've never done a JTF put on by Alex Fallon Echo Four, if you've never done one of those, first of all, ear protection is an absolute must. Second,
Yeah.
be prepared to be immersed. Whether you want to or not, you will be. You're gonna be thrown into the deep end.
You're going to
Um,
play War Crime
what,
Simulator really
yeah,
hard.
the way they run it, the way they run these, they make you feel as if it's real. That's the
Yeah.
idea behind what they do. They will do the full role play and just drag you along into it. That's just what's going to happen. You got to get out there, guys. Got to get out and give it a shot. Um, it's worth your time. It's worth your money. It's worth the effort and energy you put into it. Um, and you, Steve, I know you're always out there. You're always trying to help everybody. Um, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. I'm just listen, man. I'm just all I'm trying to do is be here for you guys. You know, I'm I haven't done a thing in this without anyone. This is not a me thing. This is not me being alone. All I'm doing is putting the energy back out there. For those of you that don't know, also, I really I want to say this. Um, to take a quick pause in the talking about the events. A lot of people don't understand. There was a picture that was posted a while back that had myself, Big Mo, and Bulldog in it. Um, I got Toucan sitting here on the stream with me right now. Bulldog actually works at my shop. Um, there's so many different areas of people that are together. When I first got into this hobby, into this sport, that was an impossibility. That was something that could never happen. You had there was Operation 31, and there was Bonita Airsoft. There was Doomsday Airsoft. That's what you had, and you weren't allowed to play at each other. People would shun you if you played at one and tried to play at the other. You had to belong to a faction. You had to belong to that. That's all it was. When I first started, that's how it was. It was ridiculous. But there were promoters that didn't like each other and they talked bad. And I will tell you, uh, in the 8 years that I've been doing this, the growth that's happened, the bridges that have been crossed. Uh, Toucan ran Nomad Airsoft. We were the first ones to do it together, where we shared the weekends, and we did the cross promotion. We did all that kind of stuff. Absolutely 100. What we've seen in this sport and in this hobby, the growth that we've seen, the way that it's played, all that kind of stuff. I it scares me to think that I'm not going to be able to do this forever. That someday I'm going to have to hand it off, and I want to hand it off to someone who believes and has the same kind of passion for it that I do. I really, really do, because it'll hurt to see anything less, to see it not being for the players. I know that there's places out there that it's not for the players, that it's just for the money or it's for whatever they're getting.
Of
To me, it
course. And
has
to
to be for
step
the
back,
players.
from this very particular part of the tangent, just to step back. I've been playing Airsoft so long, I've gone from the Wild West backyard player to the field goer to the field owner to the brick store collaborator in that order over the course of way too long. And I've gone from, wow, this guy Greg is really interested in airsoft. I can't wait for him to come play at my field, to working for him, which is infinitely better than the situation I was in before. And at that point, from attending Route 7, driving 2.5 hours to go play at a wet, mediocre field that will get rained out all the time, to one of basically the figurehead of that organization, now showing up to haunt Greg for fun in his shop. It's 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 like a really nice. We're in not the renaissance, but a renaissance of airsoft in South Florida. It's so cool to watch. From I would dare say North versus South 3 to the collaboration of well, hold on, with RC Ron, A.T.E. You know, my side company, Sunshine Band. I write games and consult on the side. You're looking at my boss. Greg is legitimately my boss. I work for DEO. I coordinate his field, and I'm proud to say he is the leader of the ragtag band of misfit toys. We're in this really nice cyclical. Oh, we ran an event. Oh, we know somebody going in another state. Oh, and now the person working your shop. It's really interesting to just step back from me and you, just to see where we have all built this.
Oh, for sure.
And I say we, it's not just, oh, Greg, I'm going to run a business. Don't do it. Me, Airsoft might be dying. It's the community that went, no, let's try and work towards the positive part of this. Staying with us when we lost Top, you guys stayed with us. When Doomsday split, you stayed with the people you liked.
Yep.
Whether, I mean, it's art. I got to talk about Ron. Even Bulldog was like, look at this Ron guy. Ron, what, you're crazy, Ron. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have high-end quality guns. I'm going to be a great organizer and people mover. Everybody else, whatever. 2 fucking years later, that guy pulled it out of his ass. Wonderful human being. Ron, mad props to you. But yeah, it's
Yep.
just I wanted to do my own little tangent on that. It's just such a wonderful full circle.
Oh, it
And
really is.
it really is. Really is.
Yeah. It's I went from my fiance when we first met 5 years ago. I told her, Dom's going to be leaving soon. I'm probably going to be doing this less. This was before, it was before I really was doing much with DEO, was doing much even back in the 19 kilo. It was really before, don't forget to plug the DEO. I never will forget that. Um, I, I told us, and then when almost immediately after meeting her, started doing stuff, started really doing stuff with DEO. I told her, don't worry, Airsoft doesn't make money. Like everybody had always told us, there was no money in Airsoft, and I
Oh my
don't do it.
god.
Anybody that knows me, I don't do it for the money. It's not about that, but it just so happens that this is one of those things that I do it, and there happens to be money. And the crazy thing is that there's been for every step of the way, there's been the next reason to move forward and move forward and move forward. I'm at a point. It's fantastic. I've hired 2 techs. I have I have a salesman who works the floor. I have 2 techs who work on repairs and builds. I have the opportunity now to finish my 7 gun lineup for our OEM guns. Uh, like, and again, all of this because of the support we get. So I will always give that back. I can't not. Thank you
And
very much.
wow,
We absolutely do the best. Trying to bring these good vibes. Even when we're on the field, when we're talking to anybody, when we're in the store, when Tupac comes down to the store, talking to people here in the store. To me, it's very important to share that because there's a lot of cheater videos, there's a lot of headshot videos, and a lot of all those videos out there. So these parents and people, parents of young guys that are going on there looking at the videos and they see this, and they're like, oh, I want to do that, and they see it, and they're like, oh, this is terrible. There's bad poor integrity, poor character. It's not. There's so much more to it than that, but that's just the stuff that gets publicized. So there's
and
so much.
hey,
It's great.
great segue, good sir. Consulting the mighty book of topics here. Uh, so we have 2 things we can go into, but we briefly touched on the new shop. If you would like to go into more of your little gremlin hiding loft, or what airsoft means to different people, if I
Sure.
may re-rail this.
No, no, no,
We've
no.
had wonderful
Thank you for
tangents.
keeping us on track. So yes, I obviously, I mentioned that we do have the new shop, um, and for those of you that don't know, anybody that's watching this, hopefully we get a chance to upload this and it gets recorded and people get a chance to watch it some more.
And
Um,
we get to see what we didn't do.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've decided that I'm going to I'm going to actually start believing in my own stuff because there's enough people now that believe in it as well. Um, the My D-Hop, I've promoted it for a while, and I've said the D-Hop patch barrel system is the #1 patch barrel on the market. If you find a better patch barrel anywhere on the market, we'll buy it for you. In 2.5 years, I haven't had to buy a single barrel. I've had 3 returned, all 3 for the exact same reason, and all 3 got replaced immediately on the spot because that's just what I believe that if it leaves my hands and goes to yours, I'm still responsible for it. So um, that's how I will always be. I will be that way. I'm that way with my guns. I'm that way with my barrel. If I couldn't sell anything else, though, I would always sell the D Hop. It's something I'm so incredibly proud of. The performance behind it has been tremendous. The reception of it started out a little slow. People didn't. didn't believe it. They thought it was just another S hop or R hop or flat hop or anything else under the sun. And I challenge everybody. Feel free, take it, give it a shot. If you don't like it, give it back. I'll give you money back. That's fine.
I am
Um,
so in the dichotomy of the, I would say, flexibility of application. It's in an, I have it in my LMG. I have not encountered, with experience, I have not encountered a sniper that got from range, right? It's hilarious, the improvement. Hilarious from snipers to LMGs to DMRs. I would even, sir, and I'm going to almost put your feet on the fire on this, an AEP would shame some guns with a D-hop in it. The barrel is hilarious. Hilarious. If you want to spend, this is the question all airsoft players have for shops and other players. What kind of upgrades? What kind of upgrades should I get on my stock SEMA, my Echo 4? I got a Crytek. I went the extra mile. What do I get? Well, what do you want it to do? A shoe farther. That's like everybody. That's every. Talk to Papa. The pricing, the bang for the buck. It happens here, folks. You literally bang them out for the buck you put out. It is hilarious. This is from experience. Find somebody with a D-hop. Oh my God, if I could shout out Chesley, the last Operation Big House, he was at a pile-up on a corner of a building, and he was at the back, and they were getting, they were getting saturated and fired to suppress. And this guy turned and saw Chesley, like, oh yeah, you're one of the DEO guys. So, don't you have one of those D-hops? Okay, you get him. Chesley, like out of a cartoon, hits the corner, aims, pop, hits the guy, smiles all goofy like, and just walks back to his spot. Nailed the guy. Everybody shut up after that.
yeah.
It
When I
worked.
heard that story, I was like, oh my God, that's like the perfect story. I wish I'd been there where somebody was filming it. It would have been phenomenal.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's very hard to promote yourself, very hard to talk about yourself, for me at least, and say that, oh, I've got the best, I've got the best. It's not about. I mean, I happened. It's not that I stumbled my way onto it. I just realized that there was a better way to do something, and I spent a long time working on it, a long time trying to figure out exactly what the combination of materials was, the processing, the post processing, all of that, making sure that it was just right, and it took a long time. And when I did figure it out, the first couple times, I thought it was good, and it didn't work very long. And then when I finally got there, okay, there's guys now that have had it in their guns for well over 2 years, well over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of BBs, still working. It's not that it hasn't worn out. I know there's guys in Echo 4. I know that Joker from Players Wanted. There's plenty of people, myself included, but
Yeah.
I consider
Sunshine
everyone.
Band.
These
Yeah.
are all guys that are running these. It just works and still works and keeps working. Um, I wanted to address Lori. Lori said this. This is any community worth being in should be about giving back. That's the idea behind community. Being there for each other, doing what you can to do. When I see someone with a good product, when I see someone who's just doesn't have the ability to do this or that, if I can, then I will. And I think that's how it should be. I've had people help me. I've had people lift me up. For Lori, she does phenomenal work. And yeah, I could get slings for cheaper and sell them for cheaper, but I'm not going to get something that's of quality cheaper. And I would rather have her handmade slings in my store and sell them for what I sell them for and pay what I pay for them
Right.
and get them out because they are better overall. So that's just
The
my
current
feelings on
sling I have slings the SGR-12, which is the rekitted AA-12. It is
it.
heavier than my LMG. The slings work. The slings, the ones we have in particular, custom coloration on the weave,
Yep.
and then they have a buckle system near the points where they attach to their guns. Lori is like Okay, I was about to call you the hibachi. I was about to call you like an hibachi grill. They're made to order. You
Yeah.
within reason, she can make whatever you want, really, and they're
Mhm.
you like the D-Hop. You get what you pay for, a high quality piece of equipment. And if you have a high
Absolutely.
quality get, why not spend the extra dollar? No one wants to see no one wants to see a $2,400 Polar Star in a Harper Freight gun case. Don't do that. Get the best equipment you can. Lori Watson Creations provides that.
By the way, Brainerd, the 249 that's on its way up to you right now, or that is up there right now, has a D hop in it, along with a Wolverine Inferno engine. And I hate you for me doing all of that because that was fun. Um,
Oh, Brainerd,
so
break in the D Hop. Break it in first. Shoot it, baby. Shoot that D Hop in.
yeah, just yeah, get. It takes some. I mean, it's not like it takes 1,000 BBs or anything, but shoot it a few times, get used to it. Um,
Mine took
yeah,
one mid cap. One Elite Force mid cap.
I have the.
What do you say? Hey, post a comment on the stream. You can do that.
No, yeah, no. I was reading Steve's comment. It's funny. I really tried to get Steve to. I tried to get Tats uh, to try. He's had a. I think he's got an R-Hop from
Oh,
um,
Umbrella
uh,
Arms.
Umbrella Armory. I think that's what he's got in there. Um, yes, of course you're slinging it this weekend. Um, isn't that what we agreed on? Otherwise, I went through all that stress for no reason. He and when I met, when I actually met Steve in person, I told him, I said, I really want you to try one of my D hops. I really. He's like, I'm happy with what I got. I got it. I appreciate it, Bob, but so you know what I'm saying? He's old school. He doesn't want to change what ain't broken, but he promised me that he will put it in his next build. Of course, he's had the build that he has right now for the past 12 years. So who knows when that next build might come? But oh, it's an Orga. Sorry. Um, and but we'll see. Maybe I'll have the honor of actually building his next gun, which I absolutely would consider that an honor. Um,
And
you know.
speaking
Oh,
of
hang on a
guns,
second.
because
Somebody did say, Brandon, this. Yes, inside the store we do. I guess I could show it. Should I do that? Inside the store
yes,
we do actually have. Uh, we do actually have a coffee station inside. There's a coffee bar inside the store. You come in, you can actually get coffee from the store. I do, and the coffee is, I have had my own coffee company. I do roast my own beans. I have had my own coffee company for quite some time. Uh, and there you go, grindhousecoffee.net. Feel free to go to it. Um, that was a very shameless promotion. I don't mind doing that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, we had
Dang,
17 minutes if we're trying to stay on track, by the way.
you just pulled a Wayne's World. Like I would never sell out. Not when I'm enjoying a refreshing Michelob Ultra and a Monte Cristo cigar. Like Jiminy man.
so, um, yeah,
17 minutes.
we are. So from the shop again, one of the biggest things for me really is I don't care what it costs to find the stuff that works right, to find the stuff uh, that is worth having. The only thing I don't have in here right now, which I keep failing on doing because we just keep getting overwhelmed, I haven't done it yet, is I don't have any more in the stock in the shop at the moment of Xbox. Uh, the only reason I mentioned I'm looking at my goggles. I carry a couple of different goggles, um, and we've tested dozens of pairs of goggles, and what we carry starts at $21, maxes at 36, and then jumps all the way to Oakley's at 125 and beyond. Because there's nothing in between that, in my opinion. Everything we've tested, um, that's worth it. So it's either base goggles, Pyramex goggles, fan goggles, and then Oakley's. We try to keep all the gear and all the equipment that we strongly believe is absolutely worth your money, without wasting money, without overspending on things like that. The guns that we try to get in here, we try to get stuff that uh, either you haven't seen before and is worth seeing. Like Tucon just said, he's got the SGR 12. We carry that. We actually just got in. We got the tan and the black The Keltex RDBs. These things are ridiculous. Um, it's absolutely it's a bullpup. The one of the coolest features is, I guess maybe I can show it like that. You can actually eject the mag right there. You just move your thumb back and it pops the mag right down. This thing is crazy. And out of the box, it shoots like a monster. Um, we're trying to carry all the stuff that you guys wouldn't either normally see or you've seen it, you're like, I'm not sure if that's any good. We got the first strikes for HPA straight off the wall. We're carrying all this stuff. And on top of all of it, as soon as we get all completely caught up, our OEM line comes out. The Vini Vidi Vici, Veritas, Vedator, Indestructible, Spectre. Yeah, there they are. Everything's coming out. One of
And
the
future project, which I gave you the name for, at some point, the Venator.
I did say
Right?
Vedator. I did say the
Did
Vedator.
you?
Yep. The next one coming out the next two coming out actually are the Veritas and the VD. VD is
Hell
the
yeah.
DMR and Veritas is the sniper. Those are the next two coming out. Um, first, yeah, when the Venator comes out, which is the LMG, that one will be crazy.
Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's guys. I promise you, for as long as I'm doing this, I will only ever do the things to get out what's best to you. Um, I I saw the movie Robots probably whenever it came out, what 15, 20 years ago, however long ago that came out, and there was a great line in there that said, "Find a need, fill a need," and it's been my mantra ever since. I see something that's not working, something that could be better, and I'm like, I'll tackle that. And trying to bring out guns, trying to bring out a DMR that should shoot like an actual DMR, that should be this next level gun, not just as a regular rifle. Finding a sniper, building a sniper that really shoots like a sniper. You should be 300 feet away. You should be invisible to the enemy when you shoot them like a sniper. So, in my opinion, that's what it is, and that's what we're building. That's what we're moving towards. Um,
Yes.
it is a lot of fun. I've actually run both of them. They're in alpha stage right now. So they're great. Y- you know, I want to roll back, guys. Before I go any further, one of the hardest things I have about talking about our store, or talking about our field, or talking about any of that, is I never talk about us versus someone else in a sense that being better or worse. Um, there's a lot of
Well, what's
people
the
out
point?
there
You
and
know?
and not everybody likes their steak cooked the same way, um and not everybody even likes steak, so shame on them. But but and it popped in my head when we were talking about cross promotion and all that. Last week before, I think it was the week before, actually. They're all running together now. I was upstairs, Bulldog comes, he calls me up, he says, "Hey, I need you to come down, I got somebody I need to talk to." So I come downstairs, I come walking through the door, and standing in the middle of my shop is Sam Asadi from Airsoft Junkies. And I'm like, "What's up, man?" And he's hanging out and like friends should do. Shook his hand, gave him a hug. "How's it going? How you doing? What are you doing here?" He's on vacation in Florida. Thought he'd hang out, come by, see the shop, say hi. That's that's a gentleman. That's a professional. That's fantastic. That's exactly what it should be. It's not competition for the sake of hating each other. It's not competition for the sake of burying somebody else. Yes, we're in competition, only to elevate each other, only to give the entire community what they want. People may not like
Yes.
what I have to offer. They may want to go over here. They may want to go over there. They may. uh, These guns all shoot plastic BBs, man. They're all doing that. Do get what you want. Go to who you like. As long as you're out there playing, doesn't matter. So, yeah, Sam absolutely is an awesome guy, and they put on a great show. Uh, at the Third Coast, and Junkies takes care of their people. Absolutely. So, but I want to throw it out there. I mean, it really was a cool experience. And in my head, just like I said before, with Tucon being my number two and Bulldog working in my shop, and me being, affiliated with ATE in the way that I am, this is an amazing thing, and it's such a mesh um, uh, community. I couldn't think of anything else. Yeah, I couldn't think of being anywhere else. This is it for me. That have I
He's,
left anything out?
the airsoft is better than the coffee. All right.
Hey, hey, hey.
The coffee is. I don't like coffee. His coffee, tremendous. Try it.
I wonder if I should I do this, by the way? I don't know. Maybe I should do a little bit of this. Um, if I'm gonna promote, I
Oh,
might as well, right? Promote
this
everything.
whole video can't be just one big promotion. Well,
I
actually, it
mean,
can. This
it
is
is. It's
people.
mine.
This
I
is
can do
the
whatever I
point of the
want,
live stream.
right? I'm,
That's why we're doing it. Yeah. Oh no! I've been removed.
no. Oh, whoop, my bad. You were not.
I
You're
take
there.
it back. Your coffee is good. I didn't mean it.
I did not mean to do that. Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's
Uh,
totally fine. Let's just
all
set it
right.
up.
So, did we? I put all the ATE stuff in there for people to go to and buy their tickets and all that. Um, guys, I'm gonna have all
Operation
that
Big
in there.
House.
I'll put
Don't
all
gonna
that in there
bother.
as well. Well, yeah, big. I would put Big House in there if people could still buy tickets. Um,
No, sir.
but so we got 9 minutes left. What's left on the docket right now other than Q&A?
Well, let me consult. Let me consult it. Oh yes, the topic I found. The store, the shop, the community, the cross promotion. But since we are the Southwest Florida brick and mortar store and field, let's talk a little
That
bit about the field. The
field.
upcoming.
Look at that, the
Exactly.
field.
Let's talk about what myself, Toucan, and Gasket, Marley, one of my favorite human beings to ever exist, have been given the pleasure by Greg of trying to concoct for our community. So, with the field, as Greg famously once said, what we provide is raw space. We are on our permanent temporary field. We are given a very limited spread range and accessibility for what we can do. But with that being said, our last game day, the Easter special game day we had with our Jug of War event, and then the game day even previous to that where we did our 2-point extract, we have, since Nomad's been around, Marley and I have been working on our game mode Bible. And when Greg invited us to join Dead and Outfitters for field work, specifically to coordinate field play and game modes, we dusted off the old book and said, now's the time more than ever. A lot of bread and butter game modes, team deathmatch, basic objective games, attack, defense. But we have experimental games that you will see this year, like domination, like I should probably say it. Yeah, I should. We have a lot of fun experimental games that we are planning on making more permanent in
Who
terms
asked
of
that? Hang on a
what.
second.
Huh?
Dave
What?
White. Sorry, Dave White just asked who won North versus South. You shut up, Dave. What kind of fights you trying to start?
To very pragmatically touch on that, North versus South, I still am approached by that game and have been told what a great time.
Yeah, it
There
was.
was a discrepancy at the end, full transparency. There was a discrepancy at the end with one side, and we talked it out and we did our best to explain ourselves because, as Greg has very plainly explained, we're here for the community, and we didn't want to put on a show that would only disappoint. There were two groups of people that felt like they were cheated, and we tried to very plainly and expressly explain with empathy that we did our best to be equitable and fair. The the green side won, and overall, it was a great game. There's not much more to say. It was a great game. Both sides showed a lot of great gameplay. There were a lot of great moments. For our first time using the AO, hopefully we'll get to use it again and put on a greater game with greater equity and greater gameplay. But until then, the lessons learned from that game have been taken in. You
Yep.
have to fail to succeed. Some aspects of the game we did fail, and we take that in. Um, Especially myself, there are some lessons learned from that as Greg's number two for the mechanical aspects of the game that we will improve. So just to lightly, sir, lightly touch on that, I hope that is general but specific. Um, we cannot wait to do another event like that, not for Dead End Outfitters to make money, but for the community to enjoy.
Right.
And with that being said, stepping back again to our field, people ask all the time, why don't you build a base? Why don't you build an FLB? We can't. We cannot, and it's a property owned by multiple people, not just one guy. One person is the figurehead of the property, and we communicate with him. But even then, there's still other people, many other people that have say in the property. So, with that being said, we can provide space and game modes. The restrictions have given Dead End Outfitters a challenge that even to this day, we are impressed that you guys enjoy what we put on the field.
Right.
A lot. And we're proud. We're proud. It's it's expert mode, run a game and have a community enjoy it. So the fact that all we can do is chop down a tree or two, thank you, John Logan, to provide more parking space. And the fact that we get the feedback from you guys that we do is humbling.
Right.
And with
Absolutely.
that humility, and with that humility, we are tirelessly working on making fun and engaging game modes that are for all ages, from 11 to 111. We have Kill confirmed on the docket. We're going to revisit 2-point extract. We're looking at, I actually have I've touched with Papa on this, an entire field game mode, and even some very minor events, not to, I dare say, tempt some of you with a good time. It has been brought to our attention a Wild West game mode would be fun. Not by just two people, yes, but by multiple people. And that has been thoroughly explored to the point of there's been a complete rough draft with mechanical aspects put in. Anything our community asks the physical field they would like to see, we visit it, from Escape from Tarkov style game modes, Wild West style game modes. I was just recently added to a group that's looking to do a Star Wars style game. We will try anything as long as we feel it benefits our community. So don't be afraid to bother us. Don't be afraid to, not Papa. By all means, don't bother Greg. Come to me with these ideas. Heaven forbid, Greg plans projects meant for 3 people that he tries to get done himself. Let the man delegate. We really do want to provide our community the best shop physically possible, the best upgrades physically possible, the greatest barrel on the market possible, and more importantly, the best time we can furnish you with on our physical DEO battlegrounds, which, by the way, St. James City, come check us out. We really do try to do 2 games a month. This, unfortunately, this game day is ex-nay due to most of the team going to.
Right, we're all going to be up in Pennsylvania. May 14th is the next game day out on the field. Guys, and honestly, don't hesitate. Don't be afraid to tell us what you don't like or what you want to see with anything in reference to DEO. Whether it's on the field, in the shop, whatever it might be, on the stream especially. That we're going to be doing this. This is something we wanted to do for a little while. We're going to be moving forward with this. If you'd like to see the format change, if you want to see something different added, if you want a different type of conversation, this one's going to be a little rough. Obviously, we're trying to get our legs underneath us to get the format down. Talking about getting a little excited, a little passionate about being here. Talking to you guys, being a part of this, being able to give what we can give to it. To me, I get a little carried away with it. I want
which
to
is
try to keep
okay.
it as constrained as possible. You know, we've hit the hour mark. I want to try to stay as constrained as we possibly can with it. To that, I want to respect you guys and keep our time good. But you know, telling us what you want to see. I said it previously, said it several times. We're only here for you. So telling us what you want to see, telling us what you want to be involved in, how you want it to run, all of that, that comes from you. Has nothing to,
Yes.
the only thing, the only part we play, you know, you tell us where to go, we steer the wheel. That's it. Just let us know what you're looking for. If you don't like it, we'll make the adjustments. We want to do that
And
for you because
more
you are the community. You are the community.
and more importantly, yes men have never brought upon innovation. We like the negative compliments. I don't like this game mode. I don't like this
Yeah,
gun you have in the shop. Quite frankly, I don't like Tucon's
me.
stupid, ugly face. I get it. I wake up every morning, I look in the mirror, I point, I scream in the bathroom mirror, and then I go do my thing. Talk to us about what you don't like. I love you all, especially those that show up to the field. I'm sick of the positive comments. I want to hear the negative stuff. I want to hear it so we can provide a better gameplay experience for you guys. And I could easily say that Greg would love to hear the negative stuff as well. So that
Absolutely. I live
not
for
not so
negativity.
that we're self-loathing, but so that we can go, okay, okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll give you something so good you'll buy it twice in the shop. Twice in the shop. So by all
Guys,
means,
I'd say
we love the
by the
negative stuff.
next stream we're gonna be, you know, we'll be back from we'll be back from Syndicate, Operation Big Ops 2 Syndicate.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
may or may not have some video. We haven't decided if that's something that we're gonna do. Uh, uh, we haven't decided if that's something we're gonna do for the
Gameplay.
for the
Oh, you froze, sir. You froze. Oh no, he froze. I miss Greg. Hey, while he's frozen, um,
could actually be
gameplay wise,
showing video.
we,
I don't know if we will.
sir, you froze
Uh-oh.
hard. Hey, so it's just me. Greg cut out. We haven't decided if we're going to expressly have gameplay footage of our staff, not staff, but Dead and Outfitter crew specifically playing. Those going to be the staff, I'm the head admin, and Marley is going as a dedicated referee as well. We will have some footage of the actual staffing of the event. We are very excited for that. To, at the very least, show you the lay of the land for the AO. So then maybe next time you can consider going or not. Welcome back, Greg.
I
Everybody,
have no
let's be
idea what happened, guys.
stoked.
I'm so sorry. That was crazy. It's funny. We hit the 1 hour mark and my computer shut down. That's awesome. So
But
it's
take it
trying to keep
away, Greg.
it's trying to keep me honest. All right. So yeah, I mean, with that, guys, thank God I have a secondary technology here. Yeah. Listen. Honestly, uh, get your tickets now for Dominance. You got to get out there, guys. Really got to get out there. And if nothing else, do yourself, do us, do ATE a favor. Share it out. Also, let anybody that you know that loves Airsoft and loves amazing Milsim events. Let them know about it. If they've never been to a Milsim event, get them out to that one. They're gonna want to be there. The AO is not just big. It's and not just a lot of play areas, not a lot of different portions of the AO, but it's being put on by consummate professionals, guys with years and years and years under their belts. You got to get out there to that. You know, we didn't get what I'd like to see if you guys could, whether it's through the website, denoutfitters.net, or through the Facebook page or Instagram page or any of that. Feel free, please ask any questions you want us to answer for the next stream. We'd love that. That would be awesome. If there's something you'd like to see, if there's something you'd like to see on the stream itself, if there's a gun you want reviewed, if you have questions about any guns, if there's a build you're interested in, anything like that at all, please let us know. I can talk for hours. Sukan can talk for 2 hours. Doesn't matter. We can go and go and go, but we want to stay on track for you guys. So I'm not going to say too much more about it than that. Let me see. I'm just looking for solo here. Okay. So I'm just trying to get. Um, I don't have much more other than much more than that. Thank you very much for everybody coming on. Toucan, you got anything you want to say?
Expect a bi-weekly show, the end of Airsoft by both of us. Expect some future guest appearances. Expect more topical things for our local community, and expect our opinions and reviews of different AOs we've been to. Everybody look at
Doing
Greg
it.
zooming in on his face like an
Not
old
doing
man.
that. No, that was an accident. I'm not doing that again. Sorry about that.
But
Uh,
but please join us again next time. This was wonderful. We this a little rough, but as we go, we'll have a better
yeah.
regimen.
Hmm.
So thank you all so much for joining us. This was nice, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate everything. And if I can figure out how to get out of here, I will do so.
Oh no!
Well, no. Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm Papa. That's
This is
I'm
Toucan.
Toucan. And this has been the end of Airsoft. Thanks a lot, guys. We're out.